Let's get fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up. Get fired up.
Well, where's all your little cute little cheerleaders at?
Well, we got Ping over here. We got Hank over here. And we got Chastity here. We got all kinds of cute cheerleaders.
Yeah, we do.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Grappy Old Man Show. On a good note, is there a good note?
Sure.
I'm still alive. I ain't dead.
That's a good note right there. If you're above ground and walking around on your own, that's a good day.
So we got the Jabez, we got the Ping, we got the Hank, we got the Chastity, we got the Lag, and Ping, and whoever else I didn't say. We got Phil. How's the hangover? The hangover from what? Are you talking about my belly hanging over my belt line? I got one of those. That's just my little friend. Morning, Sandy. How are you? Oh, man. So, of course, I won some things at the auction yesterday, so.
What all kinds of lovely things did you win?
I don't know. Boy, that was a horrible auction. They just had lot after lot after lot of crap, just junk, just here, buy a box of old rusty tools, or here, buy these crappy dishes, and only a few of them are chipped. And morning, Harry.
What kind of auction was it?
Well, it was our normal Killeen auction.
Okay.
I think it's the worst one I've ever seen them put on. I bet at least a fourth, probably more like a third of the items had 0 bids. I was like, well.
What was the minimum bid?
If you try to sell, most of the crappy stuff started at $7.50.
This wasn't a live auction. This was a one online.
Right.
See, that's one of the things about live auctions. At least you could say, how about $1?
Yeah, you could. Daphne, don't chew that hat. Hey, quit it. Anyway, I got a puppy to keep me busy.
How many is this, Jabez?
You're evil, you know that?
Jabez says he's going to be have a new grandbaby boy by the end of the week.
Nice.
Number 2, is it
number 2?
Boy, a girl and now a boy, or a boy and now a boy? Yeah, congrats, Jabez.
Yeah, congrats.
I know you're excited about it.
Morning, Carol. How are you?
You can spoil them rotten and send them home to their mamas and daddies and let them deal with it.
Anyway, so how were your sales over the weekend there, Tom? Nothing. Okay. Well, I got 15 packages going out for about 600 doll hairs. So it was a good weekend of sales for me. Not earth-shattering, but not bad.
How much did you say?
About $600 worth.
Okay, I said 1,600, and I was about to say, you don't think that's bad?
No, that would be a banger weekend if I sold that much. Let's see. Saturday's total is gross $340. Sunday, 236. Yeah, a little bit less than 600 for the weekend. So, yep. Got some sales. But I should, because I've got 1,600 items for people to buy. Come and get it while it's hot. Yeah, I need to make money. I'm poor. But there are some things I would do if I was richer. Some different things that I would yeah. But I ain't rich. I ain't poor, but I ain't rich.
Sorry, I had to talk to the chairman of the board for a minute.
Your cats?
No, the wife.
Hello, Roberta.
Todd said, "Good morning." She said, "Good morning. Good morning." It's a
How about
day.
How about the side chat? Everybody sell a bunch of stuff. Tell me about your weekend sales, everyone. What would I do differently if I were rich?
Hank says, "Good morning, Roberta."
Good morning.
I would probably completely remodel this old rundown home. It could use it. I would help my mother-in-law get into a swanky assisted living place because it's time. I would increase my charitable giving. What else would I do if I was rich?
Would you retire?
I'd probably travel some more. I'm already retired. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about retire from the real estate business, the reselling business.
It took you 3 guesses to get to reselling.
Yeah.
Okay. Chastity would have more dogs. I had a sale on every platform, but just one sale each. Well,
is that eBay?
She does Etsy and she does Poshmark, I think. Morning, Spam.
Is Spam in Hawaii?
No. They're in Vermont.
Oh, are they? She always says aloha.
Because they are into big time the tiki life.
Oh.
The tiki life. We love Hawaii. Yeah, I don't know that I would move again. I don't think I would move, but I sure would take and hire a crew to just pretty much put in a whole brand new kitchen and a whole, fix up everything.
Todd,
all new fencing and all. Well, there's lots of stuff I could spend money on if I was rich.
You'd buy a ranch so you could build a
No,
100 by 300 100 by 300 building out there to store all your finds.
No, I would just, I don't know. I'd like to be rich. That would be a lot better. But I'm not. So, hi, Paul. How's England? England? Let's say a house next to tons. There you go, James.
He'd probably sell you a few if you sell you a couple, James. So what's the status on them, Todd? Have you done anything with them yet? Except move them?
I tried to take one apart last week, and I discovered it was in such bad shape, I just threw that one out. So as I get time, I will just
as you get time,
start looking into opening some more of them up and see if they can be made to work. Or if not, see what I can get for parts from them.
Right.
You never know.
Okay, tomorrow you're going to be going to the school auction?
Yeah. That's a pretty cool looking auction, but you never know when you go to the auction if there are going to be other bidders that are just going to run things up.
Right. Hopefully
We'll see.
Hopefully there'll be some stuff that
Oh, is Ron? Yeah, Ron's here. Morning, Ron. I'm being put in the hospital tomorrow. Oh no. Heart valve surgery. Well, yeah, you're going to be out the rest of the week.
Yeah. That's all right. Have a doctor's excuse when you come back.
That sounds serious.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, hope you get it taken care of.
And if he's going to write it,
you got a lot of living left to do, Ron. You know that.
How old is Ron?
He's about our age.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's got a lot of living left.
He's about, I think he's like 69 like me.
You'll be 70 this December?
Yep. Now, you can call a lot of things young, but it's kind of hard to call 70 young.
You know what? 80's looking pretty damn good. 90 is looking sweet.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for the alien invasions to show up so they can give us a vaccine that fixes everything that ails you.
Jameis.
What the hell did he say?
He's being being Jameis to you.
Oh, he's just being...
A sound full of cold. No, it's I get it's just normal CPAP stuff. In the mornings, I seem like my windpipe and everything is kind of got a coating of phlegm.
Yeah. Now, does your CPAP has the one where you put water in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tune up on the old heart or the new heart. All right. Vicks inhaler. Yeah, it doesn't last all morning. It's just kind of got a little frogginess until I get my day really going.
If I remember to do it, putting a little bit of Vicks under my nose before I put on my CPAP mask seems to help a lot too.
Oh, you just now figuring out my Coke can, Paul?
Uh,
Yeah, I'm one of those.
yeah,
So,
he needs to quit. It's bad for him.
I got
So,
a note from the United States Postal Service that said, would you like to use the service that updates your packages? Like, it's some kind of deal they've got where you can get a notification from USPS every time your package scans or something like that.
right.
I think it would drive me nuts, but at least you'd be able to keep up on if we kind of do preemptive strikes if you see a package that's stuck in one place for a long time. And they sent me that note after I filled out the questionnaire. You know, last week I had a lost package.
Right.
And I sent in a request to find a lost package. And I actually had a call back from a nice lady. And it said, well, it's still on the way. That's all we got to tell you. I said, okay. And it did arrive in a day or two after that. Okay, it's called Informed Delivery. It's an upgrade over Informed Delivery. Okay. Yeah. It does sound a little annoying, doesn't it, Paul? But they've had me fill out a survey. How did you like our service? And the lady was real nice, and they did send emails that we got your request, but that doesn't negate the fact that the package is late. That's the biggest problem. Just USPS, just get the stuff where it's going in a timely manner, please. Okay, and then besides that, the form to fill out for the United States Postal Service, you have to fill out the sender's address, the buyer's address, the contents of the package, and all this BS that matters. And all, I wrote them a note on there. I am not happy about the wasted time that I spend filling out one of these requests because it takes, I don't know, I'm slow. Somebody who's quick at it could probably do it in 5 minutes. But I don't know, she whines all the time. Oh, that wasn't me. I think that was over at Tom's place.
No, there's nobody whining here except me.
But why can't the United States Postal Service, when you send in a lost package search, just look at the tracking number, and that's all they have to do? They've got your address, they've got the recipient's address, they've got the weight and size of the package, they've got how much you spent for the package, they got all that information. All they have to do is look, or develop a bot that will automatically fill in the information. And I flat out said, I don't think USPS values my time as a customer because you're making us jump through hoops to fill out a form that could be auto-populated.
Yeah. Craig, are you
Oh,
listening? There's your nap, son.
it really makes me think that they require all that stuff so that you'll just go away and not go to the trouble of filling it out. And believe me, it almost works on me because a lot of times I'll just say to the customer, hey, I'm 99% sure it's going to arrive. Please give it another day or two. And some customers are good with that and some aren't. But
Well,
anyway,
I know y'all all going to just disappear for a minute because you're going to be rolling on the floor laughing. But it wouldn't take much for eBay to write a quick little program since they've got all the information.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, I said eBay, not the Postal Service. Or were you saying eBay too?
I didn't contact eBay about it.
Oh, I know, but you were talking about this form that you have to fill out. eBay could just take the USPS form, pull it into a program, pull it into their information system, and with the click of a button for us, it would automatically populate everything in there if you ship through the USPS on eBay.
Dang, Robin. I know. That's right, Paul. I think the USPS just wants us to go away and quit bothering them. You know, they wouldn't have to. They wouldn't have to hire the lady that. They wouldn't have to spend money to hire the lady that called me, and she was a very nice lady and tried to help me with my problem and all. But so I gave the representative 5 stars on the survey, but when I got to the how satisfied are you with this service, I was extremely unhappy or whatever it was.
Right.
Just said, you don't value my time as a customer.
The thing about it is, though, Hank says, or she, I guess it was Hank, nobody gives a damn, and yeah, agreed. Make it difficult and people just give up on it. The thing about it is, though, UPS, because I don't ship UPS, so I don't know a whole lot about them. But, would it take very much for them to really push into the USPS market? Because honestly, we don't ship any. I mean, we don't mail anything. Maybe at Christmas time, we send some cards out.
Yeah.
Everything
there you
else
go,
is,
James.
yeah, agreed. And like the last 3 days, we haven't gotten any mail at all. Not even junk mail. Last Tuesday, that's when we usually get all our sales flyers and things like that. We didn't get any of that. So,
well, Hank, there are people that give a damn at the post office. My local delivery person, my postmaster, and all the clerks, they're all just great. They're wonderful people. They take care of business on our end at my post office. They've always been great about doing the things that they do. It's the
corporate.
Yeah, it's the corporate stuff that chaps my ass about it. And then the regional facilities, they're all basket cases. It's not as bad as it was during COVID Christmas. You remember that year?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Was it 2020?
I don't know. I think the mail delivery needs to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
We don't have a self scan, but that's all right. I like to go in and chit chat with the clerks. They're nice folks. I like them all. I tease them and they tease me. I'll walk in with like just 2 or 3 packages, and the clerks will look at me like and say something smart ass like, "Well, where's the rest of it? Are you slacking off?" They're funny. I love them. They tease me and I tease them. One of them is named Ariel, and I go in there and I start singing "Under the Sea, Under the Sea," and she flat out says her mom named her after the girl in that movie. Anyway, more people we get fun.
Who's getting mail? Vintage. You said business need daily weekday mail delivery. Who's getting this mail? I mean,
Do what? What's your question?
Vintage says, Tom, businesses need daily weekday mail delivery, but I think Saturday delivery should strongly be considered retirement. Really? I don't. I mean, we don't get any mail. You know,
You don't get mail on Saturdays?
we don't get mail half the time during the week.
I get mail every day except Sunday.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I guess because we've got everything on. All our bills are paid through the online and all that kind of crap. So I just think it's time to rethink that. That's me. Yeah. Lag. If it wasn't for Lag sending a request letters for donations to his college fund, we wouldn't even get what we get. Huh? His kids' college fund. Yeah, it's his. Remember, it says his kids' college fund.
Or his grandkids.
Yeah, or
There's
his
no
grandkids.
telling how old Lag is.
I honestly think Lag is a 43-year-old mother of 3. You get credit card offers every day, Mr. Sadie?
I can't believe, Tom and Roberta, you don't get like a invitation to go on this cruise every day.
We do, but that's one of the few pieces of mail we get. But we don't get them every day.
Have you been on a Mediterranean cruise? Well, here's an offer. And you get a brochure about it.
Yeah,
we get those all the time.
As I was telling my mom yesterday, we've kind of the Caribbean, Mexico has been done out, I think. So we're going to have to start looking at Bermuda we've looked at Greenland.
Lag, you're a mother of 4?
Mother of 4? I could see that.
Yeah, if we get a substitute delivery person, sometimes our mail goes to the. In our town, we have a north and we have a south, and the numbers start in the center of town and go, higher as you go outward from the center. So there's no telling how many times we've had our mail delivered to the same address on the south side, and we live on the north side. Same street, same number, but the delivery people often don't look at is it south or is it north.
James, we get the bills from the hospital, that type of thing, but other than that, we don't get any of those others. Good morning, Major Wynn. And I think that's what I think that's what a lot of people have done. They're getting away from all this mail receiving and receiving mail and having to turn around and write checks and send it out. I think they're going to go all online paying it.
Morning, Doug and Roe. Whoop, whoop. Zippity doo dah, it's a perky day. How are y'all doing out there in California?
Yeah.
I bet they put up 100 listings a day with their service they use.
Yeah. Major Win, do you and Roe have a place out at Catalina Island? Is that where y'all go on the weekends? It's
Oh, great. I got a return. What the hell? Somebody doesn't like what they got?
what they get. What did you
Oh,
send me?
yeah, they sent me a... They didn't like their shoes. Their thing is, says shoes are too small for size. I don't know. I don't try them on. My foot wouldn't fit in a lady's 10. Why? I don't know why she took pictures of them. Why'd she take pictures of them?
Yeah, Paul, that's us too.
Maybe you really wear size 12, lady, and you just think your feet are a 10.
Yeah, like Scott and his big girl panties. These girls order a 2X, and Scott says that they're not sized right because they're too small. And you know what Scott has to say about that?
If a buyer puts on the return reason it doesn't fit, is that on the buyer to pay for a return label, or is that on the seller?
You want my opinion?
Sure.
My opinion is that they ordered the wrong size shoe, and that's on them. They should have to pay it back.
That's what I think, but I don't know if I have to. eBay says the return is approved, which they always approve every return. Right. I don't know why they got to send you a doesn't fit.
I just
Shoes
don't.
are too small for size. So is that item not as described? I mean, they're size 10. It says 10 inside the label of the shoe. It says 10 on the box. These shoes even had the original box. If it says 10 on the box and the shoes, that ought to be good enough, huh?
To me, that is not an item not as described thing. That's somebody that didn't know their damn shoe size, or they were hoping that they could get their size 11 foot in a size 10 shoe.
No, I don't offer free returns.
Chastity, have you had a stroke, honey? Todd doesn't offer free anything.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I think you could do it either way. I don't think it makes a hell of a bean whether you put on free shipping or don't put on free shipping. It's just kind of like how you like to do it is basically a remorse reason. Good. We'll find out in a couple of days when it gets here. Dadgum right, Tom.
No, you dadgummit. Dadgummit.
Crappy old man in action.
That's right. And that's the old grumpy old men that keep this world running right.
So,
Okay, Chastity. Are you at the office already?
we are 4/12. What is that? A third of the way through the year. Have you met your goals for the first third of the year? My sales goals are to sell 100,000 gross for the year.
Oh, Chastity, that sounds like Roberta. She worked from home on Mondays too.
What's a third of 100,000?
33,333.
That can't be right. No, we've been through 5 months of the year, so what's 5/12?
I don't know. You want me to do maths? We're not doing math, so.
Okay, let me get out my calculator here. Let's see. 1,000,000 divided by 12 equals times 5 equals
100.
I should be at 41,666,666,666,666.
Times 5 equals. Yeah. Here's how I did it, Todd. I took 100,000 divided by 12 times 5 months. That gives me the $41,666.67.
So I'm behind.
You're at where?
I'm at 37.
Damn, you need to get off the damn internet. Get off.
So I'm $4,500 short of my goal for this point in the year. And then we're heading into summer slowdown. Do y'all believe in that? It depends on what you sell, of course. I'm not selling many wool sweaters and winter coats right now. 5 out of 12. Yeah, I got it, Jabez. Thanks. I did self-correct myself before I read that. Anyway. Yeah, I'm about equals boobs. Oh, I did that wrong. He did the old trick of writing the word boobs on his calculator. I was told there would be no math. Good morning. Nope. Seller slowdown is a self-will. Now, if you're in seller slowdown for the summer, then it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Like in July, we went to Europe to do a cruise on the Rhine River, and I think it was the Rhine. Yeah, it was the Rhine. So July sales sucked because I didn't list anything, and I put my store on like, I'll deliver this in 15 days. You just wait.
So let's do some constructive here. Let's help old Todd out. He is down. What did you say? You're down $5,000?
Yeah, if all the viewers will go on, if everybody watching right now will go to my store and spend $500 each, then I will be up to my goal for the year.
I'm not spending no money.
It's only $500 a piece.
Here's the question.
Come on, folks, help me out.
What does Todrick need to do to get back on schedule? That's the question. What does he need to do to get back on his sales schedule?
Actually, there's 36 people watching right now. What's 5,000 divided by today? Let's see. 5,000 divided by 36. You only have to spend $140 a piece, and then I'll be up to my goal. Come on, people. Sorry.
Listen, he needs to finish checking out those hand dryers and get a couple listed.
Thumbs up is all I get out of Beth. Tom has an eBay store. It's probably something like Pineapple Cruises R Us.
Yeah, don't start, Todd. Don't start. Anyway, so what does Todd need to do? Seriously, Todd's behind schedule. What does he need to do?
Look, everyone in the chat right now, all you have to do is spend $138.88 a piece and in my store, and I'll be up with my goal. I ran out of SpongeBob nightlights. So.
You'd love to have a tractor trailer truckload of those things, wouldn't you?
Man, those are good. There's some things I've bought through the years that have done really well. I'm almost out of those pizza guides. I've only got 3 left, and I started with 18.
Beth says to do promotion listings for a few weeks. Beth, have you been drinking this morning already?
Cha-ching! Oh, there's my first sale. Thank you. Thank you, chat.
Beth, you know promoted listings cost money, and you know Todd's not going to spend any more money than he's got to. So
I do have more Band-Aids. Let's see. What did I just sell?
Okay.
I sold a Colt Cordura black pistol holder with a magazine pouch for $11.69. See, that's not $188 worth. You got to do better than that, Gregory. Who's Gregory? Gregory's not in the chat. Wow, that was just a random customer. How about that?
Okay. American Honey says the first really good answer. Target listings for weddings, back to school, camping tools and gear.
Tina, you're just too smart for this chat. You want us to do things that are good for our businesses? You're crazy.
So Tina, are you trying to work Todd into an early grave? Because, that means he's going to have to list a bunch of stuff that he's got that he hadn't listed.
I need to target the. Yeah.
What do you have, Todd? What do you have a lot of that you haven't got listed?
She goes, Lord. Oh, I still got a bunch of military surplus stuff to list. I got to get those light bulbs sold. But I'm going to sell those on Facebook Marketplace.
Have you got them listed on Facebook Marketplace?
I've got a pile of scrubs to get listed.
And I know this is a pot calling the kettle black, but have you got those light bulbs?
Can you see these are the scrub tops, and over there are the scrub pants.
Todd, those are good money.
I know. I need to get them all listed. I can bundle those up, 3 or 4 pair at a time and make some money, but I haven't done it yet. What else have I got?
Do you need to wholesale about $5,000 worth of stuff to Beth and the rest of the Texas crowd so you can get back up to your goal?
The abacus. Shut up, Hank. I'm not that old. I remember my elementary school did have an abacus in each room.
Yeah. Todd, don't you love these people?
They didn't ever teach much. Yeah, Tina's wise. I know. I hate all you people who are smarter than me.
You know what? I just can't. I was reading an email. Oh, there was a Facebook listing post from a friend. His granddaughter is getting married, and she asked him for $50,000 for her wedding.
That's right.
$50,000. People. $50,000. I know you want it to be their special day, especially if it's your granddaughter or your daughter.
Wow, gold and silver are up this morning. Jeez. That must mean the stock market's down. Yep, stock market's down a little bit.
Hank, you know you had one of them big old Princess Diana weddings.
Princess Diana wedding. I heard we got China pissed off at us again over trade. Although Amazon is actually up today a little bit. So there's that.
Okay, Hank. You're edging your way out of sweet Hank up into regular Hank. And we don't want you moving on up to bitchy Hank, because I don't know whether I could take that.
Yeah, I have listed some of the scrubs. Man, I got a bit from the auction. I got a great big duffel bag full of, and that every one of them are navy blue. So they had to come from the same person. I don't know why one person bought so many different brands, though. They're not all the same brand. Have a potluck on the lawn. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Where's silver at, Todd?
It went to $34 this morning. And gold is up $77 today. Yeah, so if gold would go to $1 million an ounce, I'd be rich. Yeah, just punching away on our calculators. Y'all young punks, you need to take a long walk off a short pier.
They're biatches this morning. I mean, James, he's always a biatch. Lag, always a biatch. But the ladies, they're always nice.
I know they're doing that because I put in one simple request. Everybody go to my store and spend $188 today, and now they're mad at me and they're firing at me. They're just like, ain't no way I'm gonna do that, Silverhair.
So Todd needs to triple his listing. Is that what he needs to do to catch up? Which means that we'll all be in Texas next week for a burial, because he'll go into a coma if he has to list 30 items a day.
Yep.
Oh, you having a plus size haul on your new YouTube channel. Okay. Beth, have you crossed over to the Whatnot area yet?
I know, Hank. I asked for just a little bit of support for my wealthiness, and this is the thanks I get. Y'all just give me a hard time. That's right, John.
That's right. That's it. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the week real fast. Of
course, I am being an unreasonable butthole this morning, but that's okay.
You're just being a grumpy old man. Tomorrow, Todd's going to be gone, so that means I'm going to have to do my show by myself. So I'm expecting some lovely ladies or whoever to come in and hang out with me. Wednesday, which don't really affect us, that's Scott's show. I've got to take my mother to her sister's house down in Columbia on Wednesday morning, so I won't be here at all. Not even over on the Scottrick show.
You started a new YouTube channel, Beth? What was wrong with your old one? Curious minds want to know. What was that ad for? That was like the tabloid that you got at the checkout?
National Enquirer.
National Enquirer. Curious minds want to know.
Is the National Enquirer still around?
I don't know. They had their heyday back in the 60s and
Yeah,
70s, though.
I think the internet
Who will
destroyed.
Donny Osmond date next?
Yeah, well, that wasn't the National Enquirer. That was one of the kids' magazines.
Will the Queen of England throw out the new princess? Word has it. Oh, you money for what? For what? Yeah, let me go to Best New Channel and sub it. I lost it. Dang it.
I know these people are just too talkative. You lose.
Where did it go? Okay, I lost it. Put it in again, Beth, so I can sub your new channel. What's it called?
10 of Hearts.
10 of Hearts?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. All right. Subscribe and ring the bell. Okay, you got it.
So these are called shorts.
They're what?
Shorts.
Okay.
Less than a minute.
Nothing wrong with shorts.
No. Oh, that's a top. I thought it was sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, man. I saw that green thing up in the corner, and I said, "Damn, them are some ugly sneakers." But that's the top.
That's interesting to me, Tina. The shows I saw on eBay Live when I looked at it last week there were like 1,500 people watching the show, and I was like, holy moly. When you go to like Whatnot or Dibbed It or something, there'll be maybe 30 people watching the show. But those ones doing eBay Live selling, man, they had a lot of people.
But were people buying?
Everything.
I said, were they buying?
I don't know. I didn't stay very long.
I guess it'd help if I got my mic turned around here.
What?
I was talking to the back of my mic. So I probably sound like I was talking like this.
Now you're too loud. No, I'm kidding. You're all right.
Lots of traffic.
Yeah, so I guess, if you got stuff to do for live shows, that would sound great to have 1,000 people watch your show. So surely somebody would buy then, no matter what you sold. Doug's laughing at you, Tom. Can you imagine that?
Young man,
Young man.
go back and do your homework and hush. Respect your elders. Respect my authority.
I take it back. Tom owes us money. Tom, your shirt's on backwards.
Is it really?
He looked. You made him look.
Yeah, he did. No, it's not. What an asswipe.
He had to look, though.
What up, hater? Oh, hosers.
What was that old joke in elementary school? Your socks aren't tied. And,
Yeah.
of course, everybody looked at their foot.
Okay. Since you just got in here, apparently you just got out of bed, Beard. Todd's down $5,000 for his goal for the year.
Yeah, I'm behind, for the first 5 months of the year. I'm behind $5,000. So y'all help me out and buy a bunch of crap.
What does Todd need to do besides beg for money?
Everybody, come on, buy some Band-Aids and some earplugs and
to get back up on track.
I just need everybody watching the show to spend $188 in my store today. Come on, come on. I'm sorry. This is the crappiest show we've ever done, or I've ever done, huh? I used to tell opposing batters.
It's because he's a terrible reseller. Oh, God.
It is, but you don't need to point that out just every time we talk, Beard. Come on.
Jabus, that's like the YouTube shorts where the guy sends his teenage daughter, into the auto parts place for a can of blinker fluid.
My advice: sell more shit.
Sell more shit.
I need a GoFundMe page.
He's running out of stuff to sell, though, Scott. That's the problem.
See, I'm nice. I don't expect people to just give me money and nothing in return. See, you order stuff from my store, and I'm actually gonna send it to you. I'm not a beggar. I'm a seller. Come on, buy it up, folks. Well, anyway,
he's going to go buy a bunch of stuff at the school sale tomorrow. He's gonna buy.
I hope so, man. Some of that stuff is like that. What was it, autoclave or something like that? It's worth $1,500, and then all those microscopes. Geez, they were all like at least $40 a piece for those microscopes. I'm like, there were at least 100.
He's gonna buy 150 industrial strength band music stands.
Oh no, I'm not gonna buy those. I'm not gonna anything that's just flat too big to ship. I don't want it.
What would you do with? I mean, you would really have to have a connection with somebody to be able to move those.
Yeah, I don't know why the local music stores don't just go in there and buy all that stuff and sell it used in their store.
I don't understand why the new high school has not moved all those bandstands over there.
I know, and those stacks of chairs, they look like good chairs. I'm like, that's not good enough for your new school you built, Waco High. Come on.
No, you're not in that school district, correct?
No. But
anybody in that school district in the chat, you need to send your
Waco Independent School District floated a bond issue to buy a new high school. Oh, well, we can't have that old equipment in the new high school. Well, yeah, you can.
Do they have a newspaper?
Does who have a newspaper?
Waco.
Yeah, the Waco Tribune.
Okay, well, you got to send an email to Waco Tribune to their top reporter saying, here's you something. If you need something to write an article about, why did the new high school not move all these chairs and bandstands and all that other kind of stuff? You know, why didn't they use the you showed pictures of the what do you call them? The seats, the gymnasium seats.
Yeah, the bleacher seats.
Bleachers. Why didn't they not pull them off the wall and take them to the new high school? I don't know, Texas. I don't buy anything from Temu. I saw Kent's shipment go by while we were on the cruise. Roberta and I were sitting on our balcony, and a cruise ship, a cargo ship, went by, and I said, "Oh, there goes Kent's Temu order for this month."
I got a tour inside my old renovated high school, and there weren't very many books, but there were all sorts of study stations.
Right.
All you had to do is put a book title in the study station and it would bring it up on the computer. If you wanted to read a book in the library, you just bring it up on their computer.
Wait a minute. Let's see what. Okay. Did you see what Mr. Sadie says? Have you spent more or less on inventory this year than you have last year?
Tom owns Temu.
God, I wish I did.
That's the T in Tom's name, and because he looks like an emu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Temu.
If I owned Temu, I'd be riding around, cruising around. Roberta and I would be cruising around on our 400-foot motor yacht in somewhere, drinking frosty girl drinks and listening to Todd bitch because he's $5,000 down on his sales from last year. Seriously, Mr. Sadie made a good point. Are you down? Have you bought as much stuff this year as you did last year?
I don't know. I have no idea. I could go and look at how much I spent on inventory last year, but I don't add up how much I spent on inventory until the end of the year.
Go down to Jabus. He says he just realized he hadn't bought anything from an auction all year. Why is that, Jabus? You just haven't seen anything that you want to buy?
Well, if it's anything like yesterday's auction in my local auction house, it was crap. I think I usually buy at least 20 items. More often, average probably 30 or 40 items. And yesterday I bought maybe 8 things. I'm like, this was a crappy auction.
James, I'm just tickling the hell out of myself this morning. James, has that stopped Todd? Has that stopped Todd?
Hey, Beard, you middle-aged fart.
Middle-aged, my ass. I'm old. Okay, Todd, you really want me to solve your problem for you?
Oh, yeah, I know. Sell on whatnot, and I'll bring up my average.
No, that ain't it. You actually have to treat this like you have goals. Understand that if you want so much per day, say if you want to sell 150 a day, you need to list $300 worth of shit a day. Whatever your daily goal is, you got to list double.
Yeah. Heard it all before. Thank you.
I'm just telling you, if
no, I know.
That's a simple answer. I mean, it's a numbers game. It's most people go, I want to list 5 items. Well, hell, I can list 5 pencils and not make $5.
Right.
Track it in dollars, list to the dollar amount in it, and then quit. Whatever it is that day, go out mowing the grass or whatever you do.
Whatever I do. Yep.
Well, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
I know. Are we really here to educate resellers, though, Beard? I thought we were here for fun.
Well,
Dang it.
I was getting tired of fucking with you, so I decided I'd at least put something.
But Scott, Todd only has a limited inventory to list from.
See, Larry had it all wrong. I don't care how much he's bought. It's how much has he put up for sale. Because he's got plenty of inventory.
Yeah, do I got to list this crap in order to sell it? Dang it.
Unfortunately.
Well, if he did a whatnot show, he wouldn't have to worry about listing it, would he?
So I've got some tips on that, and I think you do better shows that you list stuff than you don't list stuff.
Do you really?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna mention that on my channel, but since there's only like 12 people watching Todd's show, I can tell y'all.
He's got 31. Thank you very much. Good morning, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Yeah, the interesting thing was, any of y'all watch Rad Relics?
Yep.
So John had an interesting video this weekend. I hadn't caught a lot of his. Did you see the one where he used ChatGPT to tell him what the books were worth in the picture?
Yeah.
That's insane, folks. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch John's video, Rad Relics. He basically says that he pays for the ChatGPT. It's like $20 a month, and you can take a picture and ask ChatGPT, show me the value of these items on eBay from highest to lowest, and it'll tell you which books are worth anything. It's insane.
Yeah, not just one book at a time. He was taking a picture of a whole shelf of books.
A whole shelf of books, and it would pull out the value of all the books.
Isn't that crazy?
So it basically read the binding, the title on the binding.
It'll read the title on the binding and analyze, and then compare it for you, and then kick it right out in about 10 seconds.
Dang. Like, be quiet. The adults are talking.
Yeah, that was a good video.
I'll have to
Like,
go back and look at it.
don't you have to say you just sold a $12,000 item or something and go ship it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that beats the hell out of those old scanners people used to wear on their wrist and point them at the bar.
I disagree with his one conclusion that it's going to ruin reselling, because people are still like Todd. You still have to list this shit. You still have to go out and find it. I mean, just because you can doesn't mean they will. You know what I mean?
Right.
It'll help some newer people. It might, but there's competition starts every day. People realize that reselling is not easy and quit every day.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to quit.
But it's because you don't want to go back to Home Depot, because now you're too old to lift shit.
Oh man, that place got to wearing on me. But yeah, and that was nearly 10 years ago. I worked with them. Jeez.
Lenny Kay said Jennifer had 230 people in her Whatnot show yesterday.
Dang.
She is killing it.
Oh yeah, she's killing it. So we sell vintage for the first time Saturday night.
Just coming.
Yeah, Johnny's gonna sell it Saturday night.
Well, she'll get people.
It's gonna be the battle of the accents.
I don't know how it does it, Paul. It just does it.
Probably the same way. Google lenses.
Okay, Paul. So I don't think it can tell the rarity or which. It's a good starting point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can tell if if a book's if it's signed by the author or something like that. But
or it's the first edition, but it can point you out and it can eliminate 80-90% of the books you don't have to look up and say, hey, these are the ones.
Yeah. You could walk through a used bookstore and just click photos.
Correct.
See which one's worth the money.
I mean, it's not just books. It could be pictures at an estate sale.
Yeah.
Show me the items that have got value, so you know whether that estate sale, going in, whether they're overpriced or.
right.
It's the endless is your imagination how to use this. And then also it will. The craziness that is VEO3 that John was talking about not that John, but Grumpy was talking about. They charge $250 a month to get the VEO3, but the video it can create is insane.
Is that what he uses for his videos?
No. I don't think so. Just look into some of the videos about what it'll create. I watched a video the other day, or maybe yesterday, and it's like every single one of these videos that were like, I don't know, a minute or 2 minutes long, are created, and they were just showing snippets, all created with AI, from background scenes to music. It's amazing what it'll do. It's going to ruin Hollywood. You know, the billions of dollars to make a movie. When you can come up with a screenplay and have AI make an entire movie.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be this generation's version of what Blair Witch Project. Wasn't that a cheap movie they just filmed in the woods or whatever they did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Gas. Guess what I just got gas for?
What?
Freaking $2.34 a gallon.
Sheesh.
Dang.
That's better.
Scott just got gas for $2.34 a gallon. And 6 bean burritos from Taco Bell.
No bean burritos.
Yeah, it's, you know, even if you look at like the computer games, the realism of the people that's in the games now is getting to the point where, well, we used to say if you got a sexy voice, or a good voice, that's what's going to be what's needed in movies, because they're going to be creating the people they want. But now with this AI stuff, they won't even need people.
And just think about music. Hell, look at what they can do to fake you out with music. Look who won Country Singer of the Year, for God's sake.
Who did?
Fucking, they gave some big ass award to Beyonce of all people. The absolute worst, most terriblest ever.
Beyonce.
I've heard worse than Beyonce, but yeah, you're right. She's not a country singer, in my opinion.
She's on the list of worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't even tell you a song she sang. But anyhow, Todd's going to go buy a school tomorrow, so he won't be available.
Yep. Gonna be gone.
I'm hoping they have some stuff that they didn't list, Todd, for you.
We looked through that auction the other day, and
yeah,
there has to be stuff that either isn't going to be in the sale, or there were entire school departments that, where's all their woodshop class stuff, But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, okay, they're getting rid of all the band room equipment. Where's all the music at? Did they deem to take that with them? Because I remember our high school had a room that was basically stuck from floor to ceiling that was nothing but sheet music.
Hey, you want to go down a rabbit hole?
Sure.
Go look at what they called high schools in the late 1800s, early 1900s. These buildings were massive. And you tell me that these people that were on horse and buggy and shit and used hammer and chisel are the ones that built all these massive buildings, and they did that just for a high school for like 300 or 400 people? Yeah, right. Go down that rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just ornate, huge buildings, columns, Roman buildings, and I go, that's the high school. You're like, the population, they had maybe 30, 40, 50 kids.
Todd, Scott, I was watching an old TV show called Salvage One. Anybody know what that's about? No. Anyway, it's about a junk dealer he buys up all the salvage, NASA salvage, and he launches a ship to the moon to salvage the moon. Anyway, there's this one shot where they're standing there and you can see the earth and all that's around us. And I thought Scott going, look, they're promoting the scam. It's not round, it's flat.
It ain't out of the firmament either, so that's a scam too.
Yes, with Andy Griffin. It lasted a season. But anyway, I thought about you. Are you on the way or on the way back from the auction?
We have this conversation every other week, Tom.
I don't remember. Sometimes you go, sometimes you don't go.
He had to get more
Sometimes
boxes to ship his stuff in.
Yeah.
All right, time to shut this puppy down.
I
Huh?
get there at 6:30. So what do you think I'm doing?
It's not. It's 10:15.
He's on his way home, Tom.
Well, you
He
never
didn't
know. He had to stop and get biscuits and all that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
okay, yeah.
Biscuits are too expensive. I'll just make my own.
Okay. How is real fast? Like, how's Jacob's business? Biscuits. Sounds like he makes some really good bread. Has he tried his hand at making some really good biscuits?
No, he is not. He made English muffins. He made English muffins the other day. They were outstanding.
Well, that's good. All right, Todd, buy a bunch of stuff tomorrow. Buy up the school.
Todd, stay at home and list. Shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and get on that listing so you can get your gold back up. Because apparently nobody bought you.
Nobody feels sorry for me. Dang.
If you felt sorry, if people felt sorry for you, they'd have been spending that $138 worth of stuff with you.
You got out of school without being accused of child abuse. Don't take a chance and go back.
That's right.
All right, we'll see y'all Wednesday on Scott's show. Tom, you have a good show tomorrow that nobody's going to watch, okay?
That's right, because nobody's going to be here. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank everybody.